Yeah, bullseye. Have you seen that? That was a nice shot. I really enjoy being a sniper in FPS games. I realized that when I played the old Medal of Honor games that I enjoyed it the most when I had the chance to clear up the enemies from the distance with a sniper rifle. And there are some games where your main role is to be a sniper. Sniper Elite from 2005 is that kind of game. So I decided to play this game from my backlog and I really enjoyed it. However, there are some parts of the game which is not aged well, but is still a very enjoyable experience. So in this video I'm going to tell you why this game is still worth to play, and if you want to experience the whole franchise, why you should start with Sniper Elite from 2005. Let's get started. There's a unique thrill in sniping that no other shooters can replicate. Not the explosions, not the big set pieces, but that quiet moment where you hold your breath, line up the shot, and watch a distant helmet slowly rise above cover. And Sniper Elite from 2005 is the game that made me fall in love with that tension all over again. Before 2005, sniping in shooters was usually a side mechanic, a fun bonus, not the main event. Rebellion Developments, the studio behind the Alien vs Predator game, wanted to change that. Their idea was simple: make an entire game around realistic, long-distance sniper combat set during the final days of World War II. At the time, most war games were chasing the Call of Duty and Medal of Honor formula: fast, cinematic, and combat. Sniper Elite took the complete opposite direction: slow, methodical, tactical. A sniper simulator dressed in a third-person shooter coat. Rebellion designed with a heavy focus on realism, like bullet drop, wind, gravity, breath control, and that iconic bullet cam that let you watch your round travel across half the map and ruin someone's whole week, or more like his life. It was gritty, it was brutal, and nothing really felt like it that time. When Sniper Elite has been launched in 2005, critics were mixed, mostly praising the concept but calling the game rough around the edges. But what about the players? Well, that's a totally different story. Gamers who love tactical shooters absolutely adored it. The slow pacing, the long-range engagements, the freedom to plan your approach, all of that hit a sweet spot. The game quietly built a loyal cult following, big enough that Rebellion eventually turned into a full-blown franchise. You can literally trace the entire Sniper Elite saga, V2, 3, 4, 5, back to this little 2005 experiment. Alright, let's get into the important stuff, the gameplay. Even today, the headshots in this game are ridiculously satisfying. That moment when the screen slows, you know that you launched the perfect shot. The way that the camera follows the bullet and the enemy drops in a disturbingly convincing way, yeah, that's still good. And not because it's flashy, but because you earned it. It is very important that you can't rush this game. It punishes impatience. This is not Call of Duty where you sprint through hallways popping headshots left and right. You plan, you wait, you breathe, you line up the shot, and only then do you take it. On higher difficulties you really feel the challenge, because the wind direction is matter, the gravity drags your bullet down, and even the breathing affects your aim. And the weapon swaps takes time, which is realistically slow. This is a game that respects people who want thoughtful, long-range problem solving. And whenever you feel like that you are getting impatient and you want to just rush through a level, take a break. Because this game is going to punish you if you just go through and just do like a Call of Duty style and just shoot everyone. No, it doesn't work like that. It happened with me that, okay, I know there's going to be an enemy there and there. I know sometimes they take a different route. So it is, you cannot rush a level. So just take a break, have a drink, and go back later. Or take a sleep, and next day continue the level, and you're going to enjoy it much better, I promise you. Sniper Elite mixes large outdoor missions with cramped factories, ruined buildings, and city streets. And I'll be honest, I definitely enjoy the open areas way more than the indoor sections. The long-range gameplay shines when you got space, when you can scout with binoculars, plan routes, and pick enemies off from a rooftop 2 blocks away. Indoors, things get a bit clunkier. Close quarters gunplay was never the game's strength, and it shows. The good thing is that if you are in a third-person viewpoint, the aiming is auto, which is good, otherwise it would be a real pain to aim at enemies indoors. But when the game lets you play the way it was meant to be played, patient, distant and surgical, it is excellent. What I genuinely enjoyed during my playthrough are few different things. First of all, the headshots are insanely satisfying, especially when the bullet cam kicks in and shows the, let's call it, creative anatomy. It's morbid, sure, but also widely entertaining. I couldn't get enough of this. The game also shows you the distance of the shot and if it was a new record. What I also enjoyed is that the enemies aren't dumb. Let's don't forget that we are talking about 2005 and the AI in games were not the best. I'm looking at you early Medal of Honor games, yeah. Here the enemies are smart. They flank, they duck, they try to relocate. Yes, I found a few bugs here and there where they got stuck and just keep standing around chilling when I just headshot his body next to them, but nothing Medal of Honor level stupidity. Also, you can save anywhere. Yes, you can, but there is a catch. Each mission gives you a fixed number of manual saves. It adds a risk-reward tension that modern games rarely do. When you think that you are through a difficult situation, you can save. But who knows if you are really through the hardest part. But to be honest, I never had issues with this. Towards the end of the game, I used all my save slots. Also, the game has a good difficulty curve, which is just slowly getting more and more difficult, and it lets you experiment and learns what works and how to approach a mission without getting into a huge difficulty spike and you will rage quit on the game. I just can't get enough of this camera. Alright, I would like to show you the strangest tutorial which I ever seen. When I went to the options menu and see there's a play tutorial, I was like, okay, let's play it. It's a complex game, so it shouldn't hurt. And what do you think would happen if I press the play tutorial button?
Okay, son, I know you're one of the best, but standing orders are
what is this?
with every new sniper they send out.
This is a terrible quality video where I cannot see anything.
Observe your surroundings for danger before you move.
To be honest, I expected to play the tutorial, which was supposed to happen, but yeah, play the tutorial like play the video. Alright. Well, okay. Fuck this. But if you skip this great tutorial, the game will bombard you on your first mission with random pop-up messages, completely distracting you in the middle of your mission. It has annoyed me so much that if it would continue later in the game, I would quit this game straight there. And I've not made any cuts in this video. This is raw gameplay. Just look how often these fuckers pop up. It was very annoying when I tried to focus what to do or just raise my rifle to shoot and this one of this little pop-up window just came up. Ah. Sniper Elite wasn't just a one-off game. It kicked off one of the most recognizable tactical shooter franchises of the 21st century. Because of this game, we eventually got Sniper Elite V2, the 3rd, the 4th and the 5th game, even the Zombie Army spin-offs, and the full franchise identity built around long-range tactical stealth. It all began with this 2005 title that dared to slow shooters down instead of speeding them up. And as gamers, let's appreciate this, as without the foundation of this game, we couldn't enjoy sniper games. So, should you play Sniper Elite? If you love old school tactical shooters, definitely. This game is perfectly fits in this early 2000, middle 2000 era with the Call of Duty and Medal of Honor kind of games. The graphics are very similar, even the game, the type of the game is different. It's a very solid shooter game, and despite there was a few things which I not enjoyed in the game, I really enjoyed the experience, and I'm definitely going to play through the whole series, because at the making of this video there are 5 Sniper Elite games. And of course the newer ones are probably better, but it's always worth to see where the whole saga has been started. So if you want a good tactical sniping experience, give Sniper Elite a try. Thanks for joining me on this trip back to the golden age of gaming. If you love unearthing forgotten classics or even the disasters, we got plenty more adventures ahead, so press start and subscribe to join the quest. The algorithm has dug up a couple more relics for you. They are right here on the screen waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Backlog Quest video.